Hey guys, this is Jen DeLeon, and I am so excited to be sitting with Vedo. How are you doing today?
I'm great. How you doing?
Good. I appreciate you doing this interview.
Absolutely.
Straight from a flight. That is commitment.
For sure.
So thank you.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here.
So I love the album Mood Swings. So this is your sixth studio album. You had 13 amazing tracks. So what I like to do is I like to pick some of my favorites and I pick some lines from it, and it's to get to know you as Vedo the person and not Vedo the singer.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, so first one, Celebrate, and feel free if you want to sing it, because if I say it, it's not going to sound as good.
I got you.
Okay, so the bar I like, so this is behind the bars. Lately, you've been on your shit, so let's celebrate it. He's like, no.
I forget my own songs though, man. I swear I write some of these songs, but baby, would it walk like that? Yeah, and lately you've been on your shit, so let's celebrate it. Ooh,
exactly.
Yeah. So that's one of my. That's one of the lines, man. I kind of like. It's just basically put it out there, just letting it be known, like, when you work hard, man, you should be celebrated. I think that everybody works hard, and they put a lot of effort into doing well in life, and people kind of overlook it, and just celebrating people's even if it's small wins or big wins kind of gives them a boost of confidence to win even more. So
how do you like to celebrate?
Oh man, I'm simple, man. I like to kick it with family, my fiancée, my daughter. I like
beautiful family.
Yeah, thank you. I like to kick it with the homies, man. We go out, get some drinks, some hookah, cool it. I'm real simple, man. I think, I travel so much. I don't really get fun out of like traveling and being away from home, so. But I think that's just simple. Celebrate is just being with people I care about.
I think something really important that you said the big wins and the small wins.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
What was one of your latest a big win and a small win that you're proud of?
Oh man, well, big win. I would say big win for me was probably, because this going number one with this album. Out of 6 albums, we always kind of teeter between like 2 and 3, but this is the first album that I released that actually went number 1. So that was a big win for me. Really, really proud of that. And we're still going strong right now. The album's going crazy. I would say a small win. And now that's a big win too. What
is it? I want to know.
Making it to 2023. Making it to 2023. Still having my sanity. Still having people I care about. Still pushing forward and progressing. So that's a big win. Big win. I don't know.
All big wins.
Yeah, I mean, I look at waking up in the morning as a big win. So I don't really look at it as small wins.
Love that.
Yeah.
All big wins. The next one, Soul. Yeah, I'm broken, but open. I'm hopeful to love again.
Yeah.
What are some ways to heal brokenness?
Oh man, prayer. I would say just, in some cases for some people, therapy.
Yes.
Talk to somebody who you don't know. Somebody who you really wouldn't care if they pass judgment, because I think that's why we stay so closed-minded with people and opening up, is people know us on a personal level, and to share your business like they kind of like you don't know how people are gonna look at you. But
exactly.
I would say, man, if you're broken, just give it time to mend itself. If you're broken heart, give it time to mend itself. And that's why I say I'm open to love again. Don't be so closed off to say I don't want to love again because of this past thing that I went through, because you're only prolonging the brokenness of whatever it is. So yeah, I would say time. Time is how you mend like broken hearts and broken spirits and things like that. You lose somebody, you're broken. You lose a parent, you're broken, but only time can truly heal those type of things.
Exactly. I love that the first thing you said was prayer. And I always like asking people, do you have what's your prayer process? Like sometimes for me, I'll actually physically write down my prayers every single morning just because I like looking back at that. Like, do you have a certain process?
For me, it's not really a process, and it's not really for me, of course I get on my knees I pray to God, but my prayer is I'll be walking down the street and just start talking to God.
Love that.
Just like, I just start asking them questions, just making them promises and thanking him for keeping his promises and things like that. I really have a real conversation with him. Mm-hmm. So if you see me just talking crazy, like, yeah, man, you seen that? I thank you for that, God.
You're talking to God.
I'm talking to him. Yes. I'm not crazy, So that's my prayer process. Anytime I see somebody that's less fortunate, I instantly say a prayer. I think that's just something that's always been instilled in me as a child. Yeah. Is that there's no right way to pray.
Exactly.
And I think that people get that misconstrued where, you gotta create your war room, go in the closet and close it. Like, I mean, that's if it works for you, it works for you. Yep. But not everybody prays that way.
Yeah, mine's very, whether I write it down or I'm like you, I'll just randomly say that. But that's what it is. I feel like you said, prayers, you're having a conversation with God. And I think that people look at prayer as like, no, you literally have to be like this and you have to say like a verse or like something. Yeah, I'm like,
you don't have to. People get it mixed up, man. You don't have to, know all of the biblical terms and terminology and things like that to actually break through and get through to God, because all you have to do is speak to him. Speak his name, and he's listening.
And have that relationship.
Yeah, have that relationship, yes. And that's just my prayer process.
Love that. So another line from that, I know I'm hard to love, but if it's true, I can promise. What are qualities of yourself that you would say are hard to love?
I mean, I'm petty.
Okay.
I definitely have my petty ways. I definitely am a tit for tat type person, especially with small stuff. If it's something big, I'll let it go. Like, you know what, I'm not going to be petty.
But petty with the small stuff.
But I'm petty with the small stuff. I have to admit that I am a procrastinator. But I work well under pressure. Like, my manager hates this about me. He's like, yo, they said they need it by the 13th.
I see him shaking his head.
It'd be the 12th at 10 o'clock at night. I'm like, yo, I got you. I'm going to do it. Do it at 10 o'clock at night, got 2 hours of deadline, and send it over in the nick of time and end up getting placed or end up doing something. I just work well under pressure, but I'm a procrastinator, and I can admit that.
I'm a procrastinator too.
And I just like to, I like to be at home, but I don't like to be at home, if that makes sense, right? I don't like traveling, but I like to be in the city. I like to be in the city, so when I get tired, I can go lay in my bed.
Yeah.
And a lot, even with my fiancée, you trying to go somewhere. I don't like being at home. I love being at home, but I don't like being at home.
Got it.
Yeah.
Those are good ones. The next one, consistency. I hope you're the one. I promise I'm patient. My time, just don't waste it. If I'm wrong, I'll say it. What advice do you have to be patient, for people to practice patience?
Oh man. I tell you what, having a daughter or a son, having a child will increase your patience to the times 100, but I think the key to being patient is just understanding, listening, being able to allow somebody to just grow. A lot of people, it's just like a plant. You can't rush a plant to grow. You got to just let it bloom when it's time. It's like a child, even a person that's grown, they may not be where, they need to be mentally, but if you're willing to stick it out and say, hey, listen, I'm gonna help you get there. I mean, it's just being able to be patient and understand that everybody's journey is different. Everybody's upbringing is different. Everybody wasn't raised how you was raised. You didn't have to, some people didn't have to grow up fast. Exactly. I was paying bills at, 14 years old, 13 years old. So somebody who just started paying bills at 21, 25 years old, I can't expect them to have the same, discipline that I have. So, I mean, it's just all about, being, having the will to wait it out and see what happens.
I like that you said about your daughter, and you said a child will make you be patient. Do you have a memory where it's like, okay, I have to be patient with this that your daughter did?
Absolutely. I got a bunch of them. I think now she's 2, about to be 3. And she just loves to play. She loves to play with play-doh and slime now. So it's like, it's everywhere all over the house, right? But if I stop her from playing with it, it's like this big thing now. So I have to be patient enough until she gets tired of it and moves on for me to clean it up.
When does she usually get tired of the Play-Doh?
Hours.
What's like the funniest place you found the Play-Doh?
Oh man, she puts it everywhere, man. I mean, you might find some Play-Doh in the refrigerator, freezer, wherever, inside the couch, I have a dog, Benji's dog food plate, like everything. I'm like, oh my goodness.
I'm so surprised that Play-Doh didn't make it where it won't fuck up your stuff. Because I have nephews and nieces, and I see that Play-Doh, and I'm like that.
It's real bad though, because it's like, we got to kind of be a little stickler when she's playing with the Play-Doh. She got to stay in like one spot, because she'll come around and say, "Daddy, look at my hands," and have Play-Doh and slime all on her hands and try to touch the couches. So,
oh no, yeah.
And this, patience like that is like, even if she does, touch the couch and mess it up, can I get mad? Nah.
Yeah,
I just got to like kind of like take that on the chin, clean it up, let her be a baby, let her grow up, let her hurt herself, let her do dangerous stuff, just be right there safe, because that's the only way she'll learn is to actually do stuff that's crazy.
Yeah.
And figure it out. So,
the second question I have from that line is, you're talking about not wasting time. So what are signs of somebody wasting your time?
Oh man. One sign of wasting my time is expecting me to just know what it is that you want. I think that, a lot of people get it mixed up. It's like, oh, you've known me this long, you should know what I want. That's not true. Because I may have known what you wanted 6 months ago, but now I don't know what you want.
And not a mind reader.
Everything is ever changing. I think that's a big thing for me. It's like just communication. If you're not willing to communicate with me and I'm just beating a dead horse trying to pry information out of you, you're wasting my time. Mm-hmm. And that's time I can't get back. So if you want to make this effective and you want to move forward and have a fun time together, we can make it fun, or it can be not fun. I think communication is key.
Absolutely. A few more for you. So You and Me, this song is about a night with your lady. So what is your perfect date night with your fiance?
Oh man, perfect date night would probably be, we gonna get the first, we do date days. So our date days start like, noon until maybe like 2 o'clock in the morning. But I would say a perfect one would be, hey, get the daughter situated when she get out of school or whatever. Pre-game at the house while we getting dressed, listening to music, dancing and whatnot. We go pre-game again when we leave, get a couple appetizers somewhere. Just kicking it, conversing. Preferably a quiet place that we can actually have a conversation. After that, nice restaurant, nice 5-star restaurant, some more deep conversation. Maybe like after that, maybe just kind of like let the food digest a little bit, maybe go for a walk if the weather is right, or go for a drive, whatever the case may be. And after that, we can end the night maybe with like a lounge or something with some music playing and see people, interact with other people, just kind of vibe. And, after that, we both gonna be wavy. We're gonna get back to the crib and, do
some things.
Yeah. So, that's probably I would say that's my perfect. I'm not really like this. It's not super, super extravagant. It's like, let's just do something that's easy going. We ain't got to go. We're not going skydiving. I'm not going skydiving.
Have you ever gone skydiving?
Nah,
I've gone skydiving and it's life-changing. I recommend doing it at least once. You really have to sign a piece of paper that says if you die, no one can sue us.
I don't think I'm there yet. Yeah, I ain't there yet. Nah.
Maybe one day.
One day. I think I will. I think that's on the bucket list though, for sure.
You're like later.
Yeah.
Few more songs. So tell me, when was the last time you did something for the first time? Like get out of your comfort zone, do something that helps you grow. So when was the last time you did something for the first time?
Oh man, this was about a year ago. January 9th, I proposed to my fiancée.
I was going to say, I'm like, how do you know the exact date? But it makes sense what it was. How did you propose?
I proposed, actually, we had just opened a storefront for her business. She does PMU. It's called Soleil Aesthetics in Atlanta, everybody. I'm plugging that, Soleil Aesthetics, at Soleil Aesthetics. We opened a storefront for her brow business. I mean, a microblading, lip blushing, whatever PMU, whatever falls under PMU, she does. Yeah. And this was a big moment for her because this was her first actual storefront that she opened that was hers, and she designed it, she did everything. So it was really, really big for her. And what I didn't want to do is kind of like, because I had the ring already, I had it. I didn't know when I was going to propose, but I just decided to merge the two, right? Because I wanted to kind of do it to where she wouldn't expect I'm getting ready to propose, because
like
it's
not
already
on like Valentine's Day or like Christmas.
It's already a monumental. It's already a monumental thing for her. So it's like, I'm already excited. So I felt like, hey, listen, let me let me do it. I was asking everybody, what do you think? Do you think I should do it? Like, I think it's perfect. She's never gonna see it coming. I think it's a double whammy, double surprise. And so I decided to do it at her grand opening. She gave her speech. Everybody spoke highly about her, and then, came to me. I think towards the end, it was kind of started becoming like she started to kind of notice, because it was like people she hadn't talked to in forever just to show up for a grand opening.
Oh, just like
like random people like, what are you doing here? Like, where you come from? So it's kind of like, everybody was like, yo, you got this Vedo? She like, what are they talking about?
Oh, that ruins it when they say this. It's like, what?
So I think that towards the actual proposal, she kind of had an idea, but I'm so unpredictable, because there's been so many times that we've celebrated things that she thought it was gonna happen, then it didn't happen. So, but that was how I did it.
But she was still surprised.
Yeah, she was still surprised. She was in tears. She was had a good time.
Were you nervous before, or was it?
You know what? I was a little nervous. I mean, but it wasn't because I didn't think she would say yeah. It was just like, for me, it was more so the expectation of not everybody else, but the expectation of what I know she deserves. It was like, okay, now you finna step into this realm of, now, hey, boy, this that real man situation right here now. So I think it was more so me just being nervous of like entering a new chapter in my life.
I think that's important too. Yeah. So do you have, I mean, marriage is a huge step, and that, like you said, it's a new chapter. Do you have maybe any specific, not like signs, but just like, what are those signs? It's like, okay, you're ready to move on to that next chapter.
The signs were very clear. I mean, we had been together for a long time. Obviously the loyalty was there. Yeah. It was just me still growing up, I was young, just kind of like still wanting to be, the bachelor type of guy.
And that's what I mean too. Like, is there that moment where you're like, oh, I went from bachelor to, no, I'm ready.
Well, for me, I mean, I think it was just like, hey man, we're at a point now, we got a baby together. We got all this thing. We're building this family. We got businesses together, things like that. I mean, it's like, what are we doing? Let's make it official. Let's really do it. And I prayed and asked God to give me any sign. I mean, even the slightest, that she is not the one. Please give me any sign before I do this. And I never got that sign. So
that's amazing.
I was like, all right, well, there we go. I got my answer.
Well, I love that story behind it. And that's amazing. My other question for that was, how have you grown as a person and an artist from last year and to now?
Oh man, as a person, I've grown, like I said, even more patient, even more understanding of people and understanding of how people move. And, my circle is starting to decrease now.
How many people would you say are in your circle?
Oh man, it went from maybe like a core 6 to 8 people to about 40. Yeah. Literally like 30, 40 people. Like, and when it's a full house, it's like 40 people. And don't get me wrong, everybody's great. I just feel like, I'm at a place now. I'm turning 30 February 25th.
Happy early birthday.
Thank you. I'm at a place now where I got to start tailoring my circle. And if I feel like if I can't grow, around you, if I can't use you in a good way, and you can't use me in a good way, I feel like we don't really serve each other any purpose.
Yeah, what's the purpose? Yeah.
So from that, I've changed, making my circle smaller, making wiser decisions. It's just that as an artist, I've grown as a writer. I'm taking my time more when it comes to the creation of the songs. I'm basically extending more opportunities to other writers and other producers to work with me. Because I'm really like I've always been like a one-man band. Like I write all the songs, record myself, do all the backgrounds and do everything. But I feel like, recently I've been feeling like no one man has ever won a championship. So I was like, hey man, why don't you assemble a team of writers that I know can come in and deliver. And, and that's what we did on Mood Swings, and we went number 1.
Yes, you did. And my last song, so D.A.F. So this is, I have to talk about this one. So excuse my language with it. So I like this one because even in the beginning of the song, she's asking, what do you bring to the table? Mm-hmm. Would you like to say what you said in the song you brought to the table? Or you want me to say it?
I'm bringing love and good dick. Love and good dick.
You said a few more things.
Yeah.
A couple commas in your bank account.
Yeah, I mean, well, the core initial thing is love and good dick.
Yes,
right?
Yes, that's what he said.
The commas in the bank account and investing into your business will determine will be determined upon how you act after the love and good dick.
Okay. So
it's
so
like,
how
hey,
does one have to act after loving good dick to get the investment in the business?
Well, hey, play your part, baby. I mean, just be cool. Don't be doing too much. Keep your mouth shut. Don't be out here telling everybody what you're doing. And maybe one day it'll be like, hey, right, well, let's tell the world now.
Okay, so outside,
I need a PS5 too. I like
and yes, you did talk
PS5,
about the PS5.
Definitely.
Didn't you? You did get the PS5 though. You did get the PS5.
Yeah,
Was it your birthday yet or Christmas? I remember you did get the PS5 though. So that really was a thing.
Yeah,
and it's like, is the PS5 really that great? Because now I've been here, it's really not as great as what it.
I think, PS5 is kind of like a man's staple. Like as a man, you got to have like a PS5 or like the latest Xbox in your home, even if you don't play it. It's like, I got the 2K, man. I got the Madden, the latest Madden. I don't really play it, but y'all can play it. It's like kind of like, it's like saying like, yo, like a woman, like, I got a vanity. I got a makeup vanity, girl. Yeah, I rarely do makeup, but I got a makeup vanity type joint. You know what I mean? It's just like one of those things, just to have it, yeah.
But the PS5 isn't, and the thing's huge.
Yeah,
like, I'm like, this is massive for no reason. Like, I come from like the Nintendo 64 days, and I'm like, that was
Nintendo 64.
Hang time.
What?
Do you know what hang time is? Every time I say hang time, they're like, are you talking about NBA Jam? I'm like, no, I am talking about hang time.
Every game.
What was your go-to?
My go-to, we had to have that Tekken. Tekken was one of them ones. This was probably a little later on, Super Mario.
I was going to say, did you ever beat it and get Peach?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't think I ever got, I don't remember if I ever got, I don't think I did. I would make it to the top part.
We had to see. The thing is, you gotta be locked in. You can't beat Mario in the middle of the day. You gotta be up you gotta stay up till like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning where ain't nobody up. It's just you in the game. You're like,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you gotta have the memory card too, because if you don't save it never happened.
Yeah, I don't think I had a memory card. What about did you ever play the Pokemon Stadium?
Nah,
because I never
my little
played.
Brother did. My little brother.
I didn't play the tournament part, but the Pokemon mini games were like the best mini games. And then the other one, Diddy Kong Racing, was mine.
Diddy Kong Racing.
Who was the character you would be every time?
I would probably be. I'll probably be. I was Yoshi.
I was Yoshi, and then there was another one. I can't remember the name though. I
like the mushroom head, the mushroom guy too. I forget his name though. Yeah, the mushroom guy was
whatever his name
cool.
is.
He had some cool tricks.
That was
Toad. Toad. It was Toad.
What was his name?
Yeah, Toadstool. Yeah,
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, that's his name.
I know those are the names for the actual I don't even know if they're mushrooms in the Mario game. They look like mushrooms, but I forgot what those are called. Is that the same thing?
Yeah.
No, he's like, I don't know.
I think it is the same character, actually.
Okay, well, whatever you said, whatever that name was, that's what it was. So last question for you. So you already told SiriusXM in another interview that next album is already done. Yeah, so what can fans expect from the next album? You know, Mood Swings literally just dropped.
Oh, man. What's funny is I'm gonna say because I don't want to say that, but
say it.
So I feel like this next album is gonna be like defying like odds, right? Defying naysayers of R&B and being able to do something independently and be successful. Because for a long time it was kind of like it was also almost like unheard of to like really make it independently outside of like Nipsey Hussle and things like that, like to really be independent and do it. And I think my manager can attest to it. Like I'm already we were already done with this album. I'm just at this point we're just getting extra songs. Yeah. And I feel like this is going to be like, a transcending moment. It's going to be like, he did well and above beyond what y'all said he was going to do. Yeah. And Mood Swing is just that it's the 6th album, but I feel like this is probably like gonna be that. This is the beginning.
That one. Definitely. Is there a tentative release date that you could share? Idea?
Not. It definitely will be this year for me. Okay. But it'll be later on. I think now Mood Swings is doing so well and people are receiving that so much. Yes. We're gonna let that ride for a little bit. We're gonna shoot a few more videos, do some more live sessions of it. And we're gonna go on this tour and we're gonna go on the Mood Swings tour and we're gonna perform for y'all, then double back, hit y'all with another album.
Right after.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So in this industry, you can't stay quiet for too long, man. Exactly. You gotta just to drop quality music. You ain't gotta drop a whole bunch of it, but make sure it's quality when you do drop.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, I appreciate you doing this interview. So I have a few gifts for you before you go. So first
I like
one.
gifts. I like gifts.
I like, who doesn't like gifts? So the first one is kind of big. Okay, so here's the first bag. So this is from Tote Carry. So it's good for like travel.
Yeah, I like this, baby. Thank you.
I don't know if there's something inside of that. There's something inside one of these, I think.
Okay. We got something in there? Hold on.
It might be in this one.
Might be in that one. Oh,
Yeah.
them hard.
And then this one's it's in there because this one's heavier.
Oh, I love this.
I really need longer arms for this.
Who's this made by?
Tote Carry.
Tote Carry?
So if you open the inside, there should be another. Hopefully it's in there.
Let me see. I love this. Love the quality of it too.
Yep. So it's all custom.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there is something in there. Okay.
Hey, yeah, y'all were crazy.
I'm like, I wasn't
appreciate
sure.
This. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I actually got some outfits that I'm gonna wear for the Grammys, like for one of these parties. I might have to.
Yeah. So what they do is I send them who I'm interviewing, and then they'll look at your style and try to match it to that.
I love it.
And then I have one last thing for you that I think would be great for your tour.
Okay.
And then whatever the next album is going to be, you just can't show anybody it until March because it's not out yet.
Okay.
I didn't grab it.
Got you. Perfect.